Welcome to episode 1 of the anti-run. And the goal is trying to figure out how strong will I be by the time I've lost 100 games. So let's kick things off and let's go for a 15-minute rapid. Let's find somebody. Get this thing up. All right, let's come here. Let's play the English. All right. E5, reverse Sicilian. Let's see how this goes. Let's come here. Standard development. Develop here. Interesting. Can I just harass that bishop? What if I do that? Getting ready to play this. I think I can get away with harassing that bishop. Just putting it on a square that it doesn't want to be on. I'll still play that, and then with ideas of putting my bishop here. Okay. Let's go through the plan. What is he? English games are always, well, not always, but on my level, they do have a tendency of getting very tied up. And then you have to be very good theoretically. Interesting. What does that do? What does that move do exactly? Can I just castle here? Can I just prepare castling? Or can I go bishop hunting? But if I do that, then he comes here, right? Yeah. So that would be pointless, actually. But that's nothing too hard. Just develop as usual. It's only the opening, so. Let's not spend too much time in the tank. Okay. So you attack my knight. I guess this is the time where I play something like that. Interesting. What do I do here? This is good. Do I take and then give him this file and just say to myself, I'm going to castle over here? I could. There's nothing wrong with. I think I can safely castle on the queen side if push comes to shove. Okay, so if I take and take, and then I put my queen here with the idea of putting more pressure on his e4 pawn with ideas of castling immediately. Okay, let's go for it. Takes. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, because I do miss things. Makes sense. But I think that's a good move now, with ideas of that plus removing a defender from e4, right? Hope I didn't miss anything. Because again, I am prone to missing things. I might be playing too fast, but maybe just fast enough, I don't know. I don't want to play something silly because I didn't think long enough. Okay, my opponent is thinking. What is he thinking? He's trying to solve this problem. Interesting. So he's giving me curious. He's giving me options. He's making it difficult for me to think. If I take, he's not going to take with the queen, because that hangs a fork. He's going to take with the pawn. What do I want to do here? What should I do in this position? I do get the sense that I'm either slightly winning, or or it's even. There should be something here. It feels like there's something here. I don't want to cash in my chips with this knight just yet, but if I don't, then he's going to take. And then my grip on d5 will be loose. Let's take. The reason I take it is because I don't want to lose my grip on these squares. He's not going to castle, I don't think. But if I push, takes. They takes. And then just not castle? What if I do this? And he en passant? What if I just castle first? I can't take this, but it's... Let me just castle first. Wait. Is there any knight jump that could pose me any threat? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully I don't regret that. Hopefully I don't regret that. Queens are on the board. Would be nice if I could get the queens off, because then I do believe I have a slightly better pawn structure that I can exploit. Well, here's a wins that I can exploit, I think. But setting up a queen trade will be tricky. Well, my opponent thinking is a good idea. I do want to go for d4, and if he en passant, then I take, and then my rook has a semi-open d file. Is that, I don't know if that's even the proper way of thinking about this, but whatever. He castles. Was not expecting that. I truly wasn't. I really, really was not expecting that move. Do I just immediately go for this? No. Do I just immediately start pushing pawns? I'm going for it. Can I do this? No. Push. And if en passant, then take with the bishop. Can I get away with that? No. He can go for this, right? I hung a pawn. That was his whole idea. Go back. That was his whole idea. That was his whole idea, wasn't it? Oh. See, that's what I mean. I think I was playing too fast, man. I was playing too fast. I learned from this. I just took my eye off the ball for a split second. I know he has an attack. Oh, God. I'm going to have to defend. Damn. Of course. Yeah, I saw it too late. I was just too busy with the idea of pushing that pawn. Not even stop to think about that he pushed. Didn't even think that, oh wait, he already pushed d5. And of course he's not going for it. This is coming. This is a problem. What if I do this? And give my light squared bishop some room to do things. If I come here and he comes here, can I put rook here? So king here, because he's pushing this. So push, push, and right? So king here, rook here. If you push it one more time. King c2, he plays a4. What if I play this? What if I now play queen? All right, let's go for it. Defending in a losing position is also a skill. That is also a skill. I did not blunder check that move. I should have. Why did I play it so fast, man? I need a way to get this this queen away from here. If I take, I have to take actually, because sorry about that. I had to end that video prematurely because my wife came home with the boys from shopping much earlier than I was expecting, and all I could hear was running, daddy, 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 daddy. It's like, okay, I can't play chess under these circumstances, so I just had to end the video prematurely with a quick resign in the exact position where you last saw it. So we're gonna go through the analysis, but I was losing in that position. It was getting kind of hot under the collar, you know. So it's unfortunate, but an unfortunate resignation on my part. It was still a position I could fight in, but trust me, this place would be way too noisy for a YouTube video. I could take it. You could. I'm used to the noise. But anyways, this is the reason why I choose on playing games when everyone is asleep. But, oh well. Lesson learned. I will not make that mistake again. Apparently, shopping for groceries is not nearly enough time to play 15 plus 10. So, anywho, let's go through the game. So, I started off with actually, we can just like fast forward through much of this because the game was dead even right up until move 8. And then my opponent played this inaccuracy, and I responded properly. He did that. I should have taken, which I did. Now the advantage is plus 2.5. Wow. Now the engine wants me to queen b1. Okay. To put pressure on that pawn. I get it. Or knight here. Actually, so the top engine lines would be 1 with the top move. This is a second. h4. What does that do? But knight d5 was also a good move, which is at plus 2. I didn't play it. I had the right idea, just wrong. I just put it in the wrong square. So I played this, which is the second best move, which is only marginally, right? So it just went from plus 2.3 to plus 2.2. So picking the second best engine move, which is good, applying pressure, and here in this position, now it is plus 2.2, and in this position, I played that. I figured that I needed to activate the knight. I looked at this knight like, this is definitely the piece I should be moving, right? Because that's the piece that I moved. And I had the idea, like it's like the engine was screaming at me, and I could hear it in the background, but not clearly. It's like, I didn't come here because he would just take and takes. And like, I didn't want that. I just didn't want it, you know? So I went here instead so that his knight wouldn't be able to like just freely capture, and I'm attacking this. But apparently that gave away almost all the advantage. So from plus 2.2 to now it's just 0.8. Wow. Right idea, wrong execution. Teachable moment. Teachable moment, because if I here, he would take, then I take, then the knight has to move. Where would the knight go? The knight engine wants it to come back here all the way in b8. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just didn't think that this was good for me. Crazy. I didn't have enough time. I was really rushing. Trying to beat the kids home. But yeah, right idea, wrong implementation. So I didn't do that. I went here instead. And he gave me he threw me a bone right here. And that's the right capture. Takes. No, apparently. Wow. in this position, it wanted me to. So me castling was not at all the right idea. Complete misevaluation here. It wanted me to play h4, f4, f3, king f1, not even castling in this position. Wow, g3 maybe. No, I did none of that. I castled. So now the advantage is gone. It's just all zeros. Double zeros. And here, it's still even. And here in this, no, this is where I spaced out for a minute here. I don't know why, because I know better. I know better. I didn't think long on this move at all, actually. I thought for maybe what? Maybe 40 seconds in this move. Not. To be fair, 40 seconds should be enough for me to realize that that move doesn't work. Because obviously, if I attack his bishop is going to move anyway. So you know what's so crazy? He might have, obviously he didn't miss it because he played this for a reason. He played it just for that. But let's say he missed it, right? Me playing this actually forces him to see it. It forces him to see it. It forces him to see it now because he's like, well, I have to move my bishop, so where am I going to put it? So, and in this position, like the moment I played it, it went from even to minus 1.4. And then block here. No, I thought about putting my rook on a1. I thought about rook a1. I don't know why I elected against it. Because I figured that if he comes here and he would play this, and I just didn't like that idea, and I was just consumed with the thought of getting rid of his queen. Just get rid of his queen. Just get rid of his queen. So I'm looking for a queen trade, and he takes. And in this position, this is where I resigned, actually. This is where I resigned, because what I should do, I should take here. This is what I should do. Yeah, but that's not the game. That is not what happened. So why is it showing all these extra moves? I know that's because I'm putting those in, but what if I? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I was playing it out. Yeah, and then takes, and then you just keep adding moves. But yeah, the move ended. I guess it did show it, right? Because I guess if it's dark, it means this is the actual move, and all of these moves are italicized. I guess that shows that these are moves that I'm making. But yeah, this was the last move of the game. And in this position, if I take, then he would just take, or not, or he could just leave. He could just leave at that. In this position, it's still black is still winning at -2.1 actually. But yeah, this is still winnable because he doesn't even have to take, right? He would probably leave, in which case then I would do this. But yeah, at this point, this is a fightable position. It's kind of miserable, but I could fight in this position. This is not a position that I need to resign in. Not by any stretch. But yeah. So where it went off the rails right here. So this is me being very blindsided. Not blindsided, blinded. This is me being blinded by, oh, just kick the bishop, kick the bishop. Not realize that, wait, where's the bishop going to go once it moves, right? Obviously, I'm hanging a pawn here. Probably a better move would have been just to push that pawn and then at some point play this. Okay, so the engine says if you play that, then he would do this. Okay, I take. I'm just going to take it then. Then he takes. Big deal. I'm just going to come here, right? Exactly. And in this position, we could fight this out. Yeah. So I say this game came down to me making like really two moves that I really am upset about. First off, me playing d4 for what? Why did I play d4? But even before d4, me having the right idea, just putting the knight on the wrong square. Yeah, knight b5. No, should have played knight d5. But, oh well. So this is my first loss. Not really. I really don't know. I didn't even want to add this, right? Because I didn't even play this all the way out. I had to leave. But I guess a loss is a loss. A loss is a loss. So as it is right now, I am going to. Sorry, this is a very mechanical process right now. My apologies. All right. A little behind the scenes. So, yeah, I need to find a more, like a faster way of updating that. Or maybe whatever, I'll figure it out. So anyways, it is one loss out of 100. The next time I play, I will make sure to do it when the wife is, well, not so much her, but as long as the boys are sleeping, I think that's the best time to do it. I don't think I can pull this off in any other time. I'm not going to try that again. I'm not going to try, oh, let's going out for groceries. Let's try and play a quick, rapid game. Nah, not going to work. So, where are we? Are we done? I think we're done here. Yeah, I like this game. It was a really good game. All things considered. Congrats to my opponent, whoever you are. And yeah, I played the opening well. I was winning. It was even coming out the opening. Then my opponent played something silly. Then I got an advantage. Then I built the advantage to a plus 2.5 at some point. Then I gave it all away with that, with me playing knight to b5. And then I still had chances, but, you know, we learn from these things. But it's still a good game. I still like this game. All right. You're going to catch me in the next video, all right? All right. Take care.